to discover your authentic self and to figure out who you are as a person and who you want to be, you have to go through a set of steps and experiences in life, and you have to push your body and your mind through pain, and you have to endure suffering, and you have to be put in situations that you don't want to be put in and you haven't been put in before, to find out who you really are and how you react to those situations. And I have a list here of about 9 different things on how to discover your authentic self, and I really feel like through doing and incorporating these steps, you will figure out who you are as a person. So for the first one, I've put leaving the nest, gaining experiences, and experiences build you as a person. You learn things through experiences and they build your character. This could be traveling. I travelled a few months ago for about a month around a Spanish island, and I was put through things I'd never been put through before. I was mentally and physically challenged, and through doing so it increased my confidence massively. I now know I'll be able to sort things out like that, and I'll be able to travel around the world no problem now, because my confidence has been increased. I've experienced a challenging thing, I've been through that thing, and now I know that if I were to do it again, I'd be able to conquer it. I found a new sort of part of me as a person. And through leaving the nest and putting yourself out there and doing things you never done before, it builds your character and it builds your persona. Those experiences will build you as a person. You'll gain value from them, and you'll figure out your authentic self through them, because you'll be put in situations where you have to react and act accordingly to. The second one I've put enduring heartbreak and enduring relationship sort of pains, and through doing this you either come out 2 ways. You become physically and mentally stronger, and you go out there and you realize you're meant for more, and you realize that there's more out there to life than just relationships. Or you become sadder, you become more depressed, and you let it destroy you. And relationships and how you react to that will build your character as a person. Finding your authentic self is about building your character. It's about building your persona. It's about discovering who you are and how you react to certain situations. And heartbreak is such a big thing in life. Relationships are such a huge part of life, that when you get your heart broken, you get put through some sort of pain and suffering that is different to pushing the gym or going on a run. It's a different sort of pain. It's an emotional sort of pain. So going through that will really, really build your character, and it will you'll either go 2 ways out of it, and you have to decide which one it is, and it will really help you discover who you want to be as a person and what you want to sort of approach relationships as, that sort of dynamic. The third one I've put your environment and who you surround yourself with. And surrounding yourself around negative people, you may find out who you are, but maybe you're not your creative, authentic side through hanging around negative people. They'll push you to do the worst. You need to find like-minded people to you, who sort of enjoy the same sort of things you enjoy doing, or sort of indulging those same sort of habits that you indulge in yourself. They'll push you to become a better person, a better you, and that's important. It's so important in figuring out your authentic self, because they help you get the best out of you. The fourth one I've put, you have to learn to distrust, not to trust people. You can't trust anyone, especially in this modern era. You have to learn to trust yourself, trust your heart, and trust your gut, and go with things you should be doing it based on how you feel in that moment, not what someone else wants you to do. Sometimes it might not be doing the right thing, but you learn through that. You find out who you are as a person, and that's important. You have to really only trust yourself. I mean, we can trust people like our family or our closest friends, but you have to trust your heart and your decisions when you encounter certain things, not someone else's. And through doing so, you gain experiences, you gain your own personal experiences, and it sort of builds your character. You will then figure out how you now react to these situations, and if you react positive to them, you know, you'll get some lessons from that, you'll get some values from that. And through finding your authentic self, it's really quite easy. It's just about building that confidence. It's about building your character and finding out how you react to that. The fifth one I've put, you have to push yourself. You have to endure some sort of actual physical pain and suffering, particularly mentally. To be fair, mental suffering is important. It's about how you react to certain situations, and you have to understand what it's like to put blood, sweat and tears in things. This could be the gym. That was one of the hardest things I had to do in my life, was the gym. The first day I went to the gym, it mentally and physically challenged me. It was a whole sort of different life, a whole different sort of world going to the gym. I was challenged mentally in terms of, I was so nervous, the people around me, seeing if they were going to judge me, or like how small and skinny I was, or I was mentally challenged because I'd never done it before. I was shitting it, to be honest. And I was also physically challenged, putting my body through pain that it had never, been put through. And also the mental challenge was, enduring all that pain, and how was I going to react to that pain? Was I going to react and go to the gym the next day, or was I going to stop doing it and be a pussy about it and let it destroy me? And what I did is I carried on going, and now it's a big part of my life. So that's really pushed me as a person. It's found out what I wanted to do with my life. The gym is extremely important. It's only going to build me further as I continue to go. But yeah, you have to endure some sort of pain. Recently I sort of struggled to endure pain, because now the gym, I've been there for a while, it's like an easy habit. I can smash it out, I can progressive overload, I can push weight, and yeah, it helps build me as a character, but there's not much more it can add to me other than, increasing my size, which will take time anyway. So I started going to the sauna, I started going to the steam room, and that again was some sort of different pain for me. It's a different sort of suffering. Being in that sort of heat, it's really, really tested me mentally, and it's only, built me stronger. And doing habits like that are extremely important in building you. You have to sort of suffer pain to see how you'll react to that. For the sixth one, I've put getting rid of distractions. And what I mean by this is every sort of distraction, your phone, put it in another room. Sit there for an hour by yourself and see how you react. Sit there and understand, who do I want to be? Who actually am I outside of these distractions? It's extremely important to figure that out. We're all so fucking glued to our phones, or scrolling, or doing this, that and the other. We forget who we are. We have a life inside of our phones and forget the life outside of them. And through doing this, you really figure out who you are as a person, and sort of realizing and taking a step back from devices and other, distractions. You figure out, who do I want to be? Not just who you are now, but who you want to be in 5 years from now. And I've done that. I really recommend sitting there for an hour in a dark room and just fucking saying to myself, who actually am I? Who actually do I want to be, and what do I actually want from my life? You'll really figure out who you sort of are as a person based on how you react to that, hour of sitting there, what sort of things you say to yourself. No one really cares about you. This is my seventh point. I've done a video about this before. You might have seen it if you've watched videos on this channel before. No one actually cares about you. No one cares what you're doing. Everyone's gonna usually have a negative opinion about you. They don't want to see you do better than them. I always thought people were gonna judge me all the time, and yeah, they do, but also they forget 5 minutes later what they said to you. They only want to judge you to bring you down. They don't actually care about you, and through doing so, you can pretty much get away with anything. You can pretty much do anything. I don't mean fucking do a fucking madness, but I'm just saying, you can do anything you want. You can create content, you can get out there, you can be confident, you can say what you want in a positive way. You can do that, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. No one gives a shit. Go and do what's best for you, and go and do what you want to do. Stop giving a shit what people think. It doesn't mean anything. If someone thinks you're ugly, fuck it, they think you're ugly. Sick. Fuck off, just stop fucking caring what people think. Only do what's best for you. That's it. That's the important thing. You have to find your craft. You have to find what you're good at. And what I mean by this is, you have to try out new skills. Try learn something new. Go and test yourself. Try learn some sort of new skill. Go and fucking play an instrument. Go learn a new language. And through doing this, you find out what you love. You find out then what you love to do and things you can incorporate in your life. It's important in finding your craft. For me, I've always been quite a introverted person, I've never really wanted to get out there, but recently I've been trying to get out there. I've been filming content, and no matter if it's shit and no matter if it's good, I've still been getting it out, and I've really found that I really enjoy doing this. I really like doing it, and I'm going to only get better at it over time. But you have to find your craft and what you're good at and what you sort of want to do. That'll sort of build your character and build who you are. And for the last point, to tie all this in, to do any of these things and to be consistent with any of these points, you have to be disciplined. Discipline equals freedom at the end of the day. You have to do something for long enough to be able to build your character from it. You have to be disciplined long enough to be able to get the results and the output from it. So discipline is important. It equals freedom in itself. If you go to the gym once, it might have built you as a character because now you've endured that pain, but the longer and longer you go and the more times you go, it's only going to build you even more, and you're going to get those physical results as well. So discipline is important in actually achieving anything, especially with a lot of these points, about finding your craft. You can't just do something once and become a professional in it. You've got to do it multiple times. You have to learn it. You have to spend a long time in learning a lot of things. So yeah, discipline's important. Try learn it. Discipline, if you don't genuinely know what it is, it's basically just doing the hard work when you don't feel like doing something, or doing the hard work no matter how you feel and no matter if you want to do it today. It's about doing it regardless. It's about, do I want to get up today? No, I don't want to fucking get up today, but I'm going to get up anyway. That's what discipline is. It's doing the right thing. It's doing what you know you should be doing no matter how you feel. So yeah, that's about finding your authentic self. It's going to be hard. A lot of these points are going to take time, but through doing this, you're only going to gain confidence. You're going to build your character. You're going to gain experience. You're going to gain life lessons, life values, and it's going to build you as a person. It's going to find out who you are. So yeah, incorporate all these, experience all these points, and it's only going to build you.